Number 9, they can ill afford to lose him. Arutunian. Try saying that 3 times in a row. No wonder they call him Rudy. He's a senior. He's 5'7", goes 165, and he's played an excellent game out there tonight. Rudy.
You see Garcia down there on the sidelines? Are they still working on him, or do we know what's going on there? Yeah.
Well, I do not see him anywhere. I'm sure he's down there somewhere. Had a lot of little delays here lately. But the trainer working with him and the coach both have a little bit of a smile on their face, so he must be okay. There he is. He's kneeling down on the 21-yard line, Arturo Garcia. He's up. Arutunian.
I would say he just probably most likely had a bad cramp, either in his
He's
foot.
walking a little slow.
I mean, I'm talking about Garcia. Garcia either had a bad cramp and he shook it off and was ready to go again.
You know these kids, Dave, could be the biggest night of their life. Some of these youngsters out here will never play football again.
That's right.
Never play football again.
A good number of them will never play football again.
And some of them are great athletes too out there that we don't even know about. We don't know which kids are the soccer stars, the baseball players, and all the other sports they have, swimming.
Well, it's good to see Garcia back. He was down for quite a while there on the turf, working on him, but he's bounced back. If it was a cramp, the cramp has disappeared, and he's ready to go. It looks like he's very mobile and very limber. So let's see if they try an onside kick or what they do here. It looks like they're positioned to do that with the way that ball is angled and the short stride.
Ball is placed on the 40-yard line. Nope, he went for the high shot again. Hopes he doesn't. Oh, they put it right to Garcia. 40, 45, 50. Almost got to the 45 of Hoover High School. And I like the way they line it up there, but it seems to me they see where it's coming, so why would they give Glendale the opportunity of having their best receiver to receive the ball on the kickoff? Wouldn't you think they'd maybe run around a little bit over there and fake them out so they wouldn't know what side they're going to kick it to?
Well, what even intrigues me is that kind of was in between. It was too deep to be an onside kick, and it wasn't deep enough to be a full strided kick.
Well, I think they want to cut the field down, that's for sure.
Well,
but that's probably why we're in the booth and we're not the coaches on the field making those big bucks those coaches make.
No comment there. No comment.
Again,
here we go again.
He is just rambling down to the 31-yard line.
That's Robertson.
Robertson.
I'll tell you, Robertson, I would love to know his yardage right now. I'll bet you he has about 130 to 150 yards right now. He's a tough kid. Look at that.
Well, Hoover's been doing most of the punting here so far tonight.
Very fluid.
By the way, the longest 2 punts ever in a Glendale High School Hoover game, and the trivia question, Alexis of Glendale, was 71 yards by Bud Wiley in 1942 and 60 yards for my friend Danny Wood, 1961, both from Hoover High School.
I think 1942 was when you were babysitting me, weren't you, Dick?
I forgot you were that old.
1942.
Robertson, once again, just playing very well here tonight. We figured somebody has to shine, and these are the 2 guys we expected, Archer and Robertson, and very, very steady job so far tonight from Arturo Garcia, especially after being hurt here. Back in action. He doesn't want to go out of there. Hands off.
Look at that.
Robertson, look at this guy. 20, 15-yard line.
He's what you call the workhorse.
Picking up and laying him down. Did he get hurt on this play? He's getting up a little slowly. He hasn't gotten up yet. And a Hoover player's down. 2 players down on the field. Let's see what happened here. Got him around and I see the other Hoover guy crashed on top of him. He caught them sort of both at the same time. They're holding back number 73, Mario Portillo. Excuse me, 73 is Armin Asakanian. He's a good one.
He's that one who's really the leader of the team there at Hoover. You know, speaking of the leaders of the team, You might take a look, if you're looking at next year, there's a young man named, looking to see what his number is right now, Jonathan Laws. John Laws, number 43. He's a junior. And Coach Dennis Hughes told me that this is the guy who will be leading our team next year, Johnny Laws, L-A-W-S.
Johnny Laws has had a really terrific first half. I haven't seen him too much as he did in the first half. He's been all over everywhere.
Well, he might be getting ready for next year already.
And, and they've probably been going the opposite side, trying to stay away from him. That's what I would think. But as you see these youngsters out there, they're all giving their best they can, and you see more and more injuries, and they work hard to try to prepare themselves not to have injuries. But when the big guys land on you like that, it's pretty tough.
Hoover will be offsides, encroachment. That'll give them another free 5 yards. I think they're going to score on this drive unless something unsuspecting happens, like a turnover.
Well,
we're now down on the 9-yard line, it looks like.
Well, there's just about a minute left to go here. Handoff. Archer sprints to the left side. He's going to score. He drives hard, but just a little bit short. He scores. He scores. Oh, yeah. Zane Archer. Touchdown. Glendale High School. He's happy. He double bumps with Luigi Pardo, number 75. Look at Archer go.
Oh, God.
Who's going to catch Archer? A tackle. Look who gets him. Number 12, Eric Galvin, but he's across that line. Let's see how this center is. We're picking on the centers a little bit here.
You know, Dick, I have to tell you a little story that I remember. There's a fellow in town who you may know. He's an attorney named Bill Francis. And when I look at the Maria Galvez, who's the female on the Glendale team, number 68, Bill Francis had a daughter named Heather who played about 4 years ago, maybe 5. I lose all track of time. And she was the kicker. She was the backup kicker as far as the place kicker. And when Glendale was winning big time that year, they finally got Heather Francis into a game. The very, very last minute or two of the Glendale-Hoover game, when Glendale was far ahead. It shows she had her moment to shine, and you know what happened?
Go ahead. Tell me.
A bad center snap again. So Heather Francis never had a chance to perform her moment of glory. So I always remember that. It'll be interesting to see if Maria Galvez gets into the game tonight. That's something we don't know right now. Maybe if they get another touchdown or two, she might get into a play or two.
So what's the moral of the story?
The moral of the story is talking about girl football players and getting their opportunity, and that opportunity kind of got taken away from him.
Galvin circles the right side. He may go. He's the 35, 40, 45, out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds on the far side.
Why do you embarrass me with questions like that, Dick?
Ray Rivera. Because you always have an answer for everything. You told me that's why you're my boss.
I didn't really have an answer for that. I just thought it was kind of an interesting story. There was no moral to that story.
I remember the young lady. She also played the violin. Did you know that?
Yes, I think I do remember that.
I made that up. Oh, what the heck. We're having a good time. Hope you folks are enjoying yourself. It's really a thrill, and I'm very honored. I'm very serious about this, to be able to bring these games to you. From the Glendale Unified School District. Linda Young is the producer of the show, and she gets at me once in a while, talks about different things. No Britney Spears jokes, no Lindsay Lohan jokes. Just call them as you see them, Dick. Here's a couple of the coaches on the far side. Dennis Hughes still has his arms crossed, folks. You know what that means. I told you once. And here's the lady we were talking about, number 68.
Maria Galvez. Love to see her get in for one play.
Interesting, it's got her senior year, 5'6", but they don't give the girls weight. But women never want to tell their weight.
It doesn't give her weight?
Well, you're not supposed to say that.
It does give her weight.
But my wife said you don't mention the girl's weight on camera. Let's just say she's a little over 100 pounds.
Yeah,
100 pounds?
She's
How about 100 pounds, folks?
She's a cutie. She was on the homecoming court, too.
Dennison crossed his arms. That means I just got a funny hunch that they're going to score another touchdown. Let's see what happens.